Hello students, welcome to the online tutorial for Vidyabhan Higher Secondary School. This video is for class 12 science. Okay. In this video I'll continue with the chapter heredity and variation, and hopefully I can complete the chapter heredity and variation in this video. So let's not waste any more time and let's get started with the chapter heredity and variation. Our next topic is sex-linked inheritance. Now we are having two sex-linked inheritance. One is color blindness, another one is hemophilia. Color blindness also affecting the X chromosome, hemophilia is also affecting the X chromosome. Now we will see what is happening over here. Suppose I am doing the cross of the color blindness. What happens over here? You can just see. Suppose the male or the father is normal. That means the father is having XY. But the mother is carrier, that means XX. So the gametes will be XY, XCX, right? Now what we will get? We will get one carrier daughter, one normal daughter, one colorblind son and one normal son. This is the cross of the color blindness. Next we will go on to the cross of the hemophilia. In case of hemophilia, the affected gene will be represented as small h, as like in case of color blindness, the affected gene was represented by small c. So what happens in case of hemophilia, just let me tell you that in this time the mother is normal, that means XX, but the father is hemophilic, that means XHY. So the gametes will be coming out XX and over here XHY. So the cross that we will get is that XX, XHY. So we will get one carrier daughter, one normal daughter and two normal son. Okay. So this is the cross. Now we will go to the topic of thalassemia, which is a autosomal recessive disorder. So our next topic is thalassemia, which is a autosomal recessive disorder. What is the autosomal recessive? Autosomal means this affecting the body chromosome, not the sex chromosome but the body chromosome. And recessive means, that means it is generally the gene is in recessive condition. Okay, that means generally this gene do not express itself in the offspring. So it is an autosomal recessive disorder. Next is that it is generally affecting the chromosome number 11 and 16. Okay, and what happens over here? There are generally three types of thalassemia. What are they? Alpha thalassemia, beta thalassemia and delta thalassemia. These are the three types of thalassemia. What happened in this case of thalassemia? That alpha and beta gene are not produced properly and thus leading to the abnormal anemia or leading to the abnormal formation of the hemoglobin. Okay, so this is the thing. What are the general features of the thalassemia? That there is reduced or total stop of synthesis of the affected globin polypeptide chain which results in the formation of the abnormal hemoglobin. So obviously if there is no hemoglobin, so there will be anemia, and there is premature destruction of erythrocytes and development of anemia and bone marrow expansion. There is hepatomegaly and splenomegaly and retarded body growth. What is hepatomegaly and splenomegaly? Hepatomegaly is the enlargement of liver and splenomegaly is the enlargement of the spleen. Okay, and as well as the body growth also retards. So this was about thalassemia. Now in our previous topic I have told about color blindness and hemophilia. Now I will go on a little bit brief on those topics. Now this is the color blindness. In case of this, what happens? It generally affects the X chromosome. Okay. Now when it is affecting the X chromosome, the affected person cannot differentiate the green and the red color. Okay, that means they have the problem in differentiating the green and red color. Those who cannot differentiate the green color are called green color blindness, and those who cannot differentiate the red color are called red color blindness. So this is generally affecting the X chromosome, not the Y chromosome. Okay. Now if I'll go to the hemophilia. Now this hemophilia is also affecting the X chromosome. Okay. And what happens due to this hemophilia, due to this disease, the protein factor which is required for the blood clotting is not produced. See, we require factor 8 and factor 9. These are the two protein that we require for the blood clotting. But those who are having this hemophilia disease, they cannot produce these factors which are required for blood clotting. Now, if these proteins are not there, that means blood clotting will not take. That is why if a small injury is taking place, that means that person will lose a huge amount of blood due to the absence of the clotting factors. And for this reason, hemophilia is termed as bleeder's disease. Bleeder's disease. Okay, that means it keeps on bleeding. Okay, generally hemophilia is of two types, hemophilia A and hemophilia B. Hemophilia A could not produce factor 8 and hemophilia B could not produce factor 9. Hemophilia A is also called royal disease. Why? Because this hemophilia A was first found in Queen Victoria. Okay, this hemophilia A, this disease was first found in Queen Victoria, and for this reason this disease is termed as royal disease. And this hemophilia B is termed as Christmas disease. Why? Because it was first found in the patient named Stephen Christmas. Okay. But hemophilia A is more common than the hemophilia B. So this was all about the sex-linked inheritance. Now next we will moving to the topic sex-linked syndrome. See here we are having three syndromes: Down syndrome, Turner syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome. Now we will first move on to the Down syndrome. What happens in case of Down syndrome? The main cause is the trisomy of 21 chromosome. That means the 21 chromosome are present in a thrice. That means 2n plus 1. 2n means what? Diploid already 21 chromosomes there. That means 221 chromosomes were already there. Along with that 2 set, there is another 121 chromosome has been produced due to the non-disjunction. Okay. Now what is the non-disjunction? That means the homologous chromosome, the synapsed homologous chromosome failed to separate during the anaphase. So as a result, what happens? One gamete will be formed of 221 chromosome, another one will have none. Okay, and the one which is having 221 chromosome, now what will happen from the father also or from the mother, whatever, the vice versa, there will be addition of another 21 chromosome, thus resulting into the trisomy of 21, which leads to this syndrome, Down syndrome. What are the symptoms? Obviously mental retardation, broad and flat face, eyes with epicanthal fold, short stature, that means height is very short, short hand with a crease across in the middle, large and wrinkled protruding tongue. Females may be fertile and may produce normal or trisomic progenies, but males are sterile, that means not fertile. Life expectancy is about 17 years. Okay, so this is about the Down syndrome. The next is the Turner syndrome. So what happens in case of Turner syndrome? You see, we are having the total set of 46 chromosome, but over here in case of Turner syndrome, they will have only 45 chromosome. What is the thing that they are missing? Obviously they will have 44 autosome and they will have one X chromosome, not the other. That means 44 autosome plus one X chromosome. This will be the genetical constitution of the Turner syndrome. Okay, now what will be the symptoms? That external genitalia is like female, but the uterus is small and the ovary is fibrous. Okay, short stature, waved neck, lowest ears, okay, abnormal eyes, broad chest with widely placed nipples and underdeveloped breasts, abnormal jaw formation. These are the symptoms of the Turner syndrome. Now we will move on to the Klinefelter syndrome. So the next topic is that Klinefelter syndrome. What happens over here? It is, see, over here we are getting 46 to 45, right, over here, but over here we will have 46 to 47. That means one chromosome will be extra, 44 autosome and XXY. Okay, that means one chromosome extra. That means 47 they are total having. All these produces due to the effect of non-disjunction. Okay, that means the homologous chromosome cannot be separated, and due to this abnormal gamete is being formed, and when this abnormal gamete undergo fertilization, this abnormal zygote will be formed. See, it is the example of hyperploidy and this is the example of hypoploidy, which are the parts of the aneuploidy. See, one is got decreased, one chromosome got decreased, and over here one chromosome got increased. So these are the causes of the Klinefelter syndrome. Now what are the features? That external genitalia are like male, but testis is very small, body hair is sparse and small prostrate, gynecomastia, female-like breast and long-legged. Mental retardation, usually they are sterile. So these are the characteristics of the Klinefelter syndrome. Now today I am finishing my video over here. I hope that you have understood. Thank you.